The message came in at 11:42 p.m. I remember the time because I had been staring at the ceiling, counting the seconds between my wife's breaths beside me, wondering why they felt rehearsed. "Thank you for being such a lovely couple. You left the place spotless. Come back anytime. Maria, your Airbnb host. 5 stars." I don't travel, I don't use Airbnb, and I definitely hadn't been part of a lovely couple anywhere. I read it 3 times. Same words, same cheerful lie. My name, my email. My wife shifted next to me, her back turned. Her phone buzzed on the nightstand. She didn't reach for it. That wasn't like her. I sat up slowly, as if any sudden movement might shatter something fragile and invisible between us. "Who's Maria?" I asked quietly. She didn't turn around. Sleepy. Too sleepy. An Airbnb host thanking us. A pause. Too long. Then a soft laugh. Spam, probably. Spam didn't include dates, locations, and a review that mentioned our anniversary weekend. We hadn't celebrated our anniversary in 2 years. I lay back down, heart steady, breathing even. On the outside, nothing changed. Inside, something old and ancient sat up in the dark and opened its eyes. The next morning, I made coffee like always. 2 sugars for her, 1 for me. Routine is camouflage. People trust routine. She kissed my cheek before leaving for work. Her lips were warm, familiar, practiced. "You okay?" she asked. "Didn't sleep great," I said. "True." She nodded sympathetically. She's always been good at sympathy. It's one of the things I loved about her. After she left, I emailed Maria. Simple, polite. "Hi, Maria. I think there's been a mistake. I've never stayed at your property, but I received a review. Could you confirm who checked in?" I expected silence. Instead, she replied within an hour. "Oh, I'm so sorry if there's confusion. The reservation was under your name and photo. You and your wife were wonderful guests. I even took a picture of you two at check-in because you said it was a special trip." A picture. My hands didn't shake. I was proud of that. "Could you send the photo?" 3 dots. Typing. Then the image loaded. There I was. Or someone who looked enough like me to pass at a glance. Same height, same build, similar beard, but the smile wasn't mine. And the woman next to him, that was my wife. Her hand on his chest, head tilted toward him in a way I hadn't seen in years. And the man she was leaning into, Daniel, my former college roommate, best man at our wedding. I stared at the screen until the room felt smaller. Not rage, not yet. Just a quiet rearranging of reality. I didn't confront her. Confrontation is for people who still want answers. I wanted proof. I checked our bank statements. A boutique hotel charge from 2 months ago, disguised as a furniture store purchase. Clever. Sloppy. Her location history. Disabled recently. That told me more than if it had been on. I called Daniel that evening. "Bro," he said, cheerful. "Long time." "Yeah," I replied. "We should catch up." We met for drinks 2 days later. He talked too much. That's what guilty people do. They fill silence so you don't. I watched his hands, his eyes, every micro-expression when I mentioned my wife. Nothing obvious. That almost impressed me. "Man, marriage is work," I said casually. He nodded, too fast. "Tell me about it." His wife, Emily, was 7 months pregnant. I'd seen the announcement post. Ultrasound photo, caption about our little miracle. I wondered if miracles ever come with lies stitched into their DNA. That night, while my wife showered, I used her old tablet. She'd forgotten its synced messages, hotel confirmations, photos deleted on her phone but backed up here. Selfies, smiles, a mirror shot in a room I now recognized from Maria's listing, Daniel's arm around her waist, timestamp, our anniversary weekend. I sat on the couch, listening to the shower water run, and felt something inside me go very still, like a lake freezing over. Maria sent more photos the next day, security camera stills, check-in timestamp, both of them clearly visible, undeniable. I printed them at work, high quality, glossy. That evening, I placed them on the dining table. My wife walked in, saw my face, then the photos. She didn't speak at first, just stared. Then the color drained. "I can explain." I held up a hand, calm. "No, you can't." Her eyes filled, tears right on schedule. "It didn't mean anything." I almost smiled. It meant enough to celebrate our anniversary with him. Silence, heavy, suffocating. "How long?" I asked. She hesitated. That was answer enough. I nodded once, collected the photos, put them back in the envelope. "I'm not angry," I said. That scared her more than shouting would have. The next morning, I drove to Emily's house. Daniel's car was in the driveway. She opened the door slowly, one hand on her belly. "Hey, everything okay?" I handed her the envelope. "I think you deserved the same 5-star review my wife got." Confusion. Then curiosity. She opened it, photo by photo. Her face changed in stages. Denial, recognition, collapse. "I verified dates," I said quietly, "while you were pregnant." Behind her, Daniel's voice floated from the kitchen. "Em? Who is it?" She didn't answer. She just stepped aside so he could see. I watched the moment his life split in two. I didn't stay for the explosion. Revenge doesn't need an audience. I moved out that weekend. No screaming, no smashed plates, just boxes, paperwork, silence. My wife cried, begged, promised therapy, change, honesty. I listened the way you listen to a stranger on a train, politely, with no intention of staying. Trust, once broken, doesn't shatter loudly. It erodes quietly, like bone turning to dust. Weeks later, the divorce papers were signed. Daniel called once. I let it ring. Emily didn't. She just sent a single message. "Thank you for telling me the truth." I stood in my new apartment, bare walls, echoing rooms, and felt something unfamiliar. Not happiness, not relief, control. They had rewritten my life behind my back, so I edited the ending and gave them both the review they deserved.